Mr. Hardy here. Quick video update this time. I've had some of the students tell me they're struggling. I've gotten some emails, and so I wanted to make you aware of some of the tools that your teens have to use at their disposal when they're not in class and when in class. So I wanted to speak first to, we do examples every day. We have a little mini note packet here. And so each day the students are doing some examples. We have them here. I tell them, what's important is we talk through it. We write it down, we see it at work, and all of the notes we do here are eligible for them to use on their quizzes, if they've done them. Some of them are choosing not to do them. But I want to use what we did today in class kind of as an example of how I do things normally. So today we did some stuff on geometry apps, perimeter and area, midpoint, and total length. We do an example of each here. Then the students have a practice packet where they do some of the same similar problems. And I always tell them, date things, because then if you're going back later, you're like, where do I find help for this? Oh, that's the same date, and I can do that. And I also go to make sure that the problems that they're doing are similar to the ones that they have on here. So they have a good example to use, and they can work through it. Even if they're struggling, they can get started with some steps, and then I can help them from there. I'll admit I do not work well when I just get blank and I'm like, I don't get anything. You get something if you've been paying attention, okay? Even if it's a struggle, you've got something that you could write down to work. And the reason I mention that is that when students get to my Google Classroom, another tool, if they're not signed in yet, I'll give you the code here. If need be, you can email me as well and I'll get you the code there. But let me show you a couple of the tools that they have over here as well. Their main tool, even though I do some announcements along here, I'll post homework checks, I'll post videos for quizzes that are coming up. Their biggest thing, and a tool for you to use with your teen at home if you want to know what's going on, is here in the weekly lesson plans area. Okay? Every week I post a calendar. For instance, let me pop this week up with what we're doing in class. If your teen misses that day, let's say they missed today, they can go, click on the link for today, and they get taken to my YouTube page where they can hear the entire lesson redone again. Now this can even be good if they were here. If there's a certain part they're missing, they're like, now I wrote this down, but I don't remember what he said. You can go back and look at that. That's true for every single lesson I do in here. And so I update those daily. Students can see when quizzes are going to be. So if they miss a day, it doesn't have to be, well, I couldn't do anything. Mr. Hardy, I missed the last 3 days. What do I need to do? No, you can jump in here and see. If you missed the last 3 days of last week, you can pop that open. Okay, we reviewed for a quiz. We took a quiz. Mr. Hardy, I didn't know we took a quiz. You can know we took a quiz. Parents, I might even go so far as to take this and print this out at home if you need to keep your teen on top of things. But again, video lessons, we've got those here in case they miss them. They can keep their notes updated. And then also to try and assist, I want students to make sure they're doing problems correctly as they're working through them. So I have posted answer keys. We're going to see if it's going to be nice to me right now. If it's just going to spin like it was earlier. The internet is so slow here today. Okay, I'm going to back out of this for now. But the answer keys are posted there in a PDF. Not for students to just copy, even though some try, okay? But for to be able to check their work. And then if they're stuck, they can ask me questions. They're online, they're in class. I want them to get help. Mr. H, extra hours. This is currently all that I have. I am working diligently to try and get myself Tuesday after school as well, but I'm telling you in advance as well on this one. I will help kids after hours, but they need to have their notes done. If they missed, I do not want them coming in thinking I'm doing an entire 20-minute lesson for them one-on-one. If you miss, you watch the video, you take the notes, you come with questions. It is not for you to be taught and get an individual tutor. If you need that, you need to look for a tutor, unfortunately. Okay? I'll do retakes, I'll do makeups, I'll give some help on specific problems, but I will not do whole lessons. I'm just finding I need to get that out here early. And there is no class below this. Algebra 1 is as low as you can go in high school, and there's 3 math classes the teens have to be able to get through. So we gotta, some of them are doing outstanding. I know this video makes it sound like everything's going awful. Not the case. But I just want you to be aware of the tools that are there if you need them. So as always, if you need to, shoot me an email, and we'll take it from there. Thank you. Have a good rest of your week.